Hi everybody, so today we are going to learn how to use Zoho Invoice for the beginners. Alright, so first of all we have to go to this URL zoho.com/invoice/. Alright, so now you can see here that we are on the Zoho Invoice. Okay, so what is the Zoho Invoice? So Zoho Invoice is basically the invoicing software which is free for the freelancer and the small business owners. It can really help you with invoicing and payment collection. So it is safe, secure, and absolutely free. So let's just explore the features of Zoho Invoice. With the help of Zoho Invoice, you can actually create the professional invoices for free. Alright. And anybody can use the Zoho Invoice, from freelancers to photographers to fashion designers, musicians, and etc. Alright, so with Zoho Invoice, you will get the codes to ensure that your customers are on the board with your prices. You will get the time tracking. It will actually track the time and bill your client for the hours you spend on their project. And we also get the expense tracking. It will keep track of your unbilled expenses until they are reimbursed by your client. And you will also get the detailed reports of your business performance, and you will also get the customer portal, okay, to empower your customer with the self-service portal. Alright, so let's just back to the top of the page. Okay, so now you can see here we have the two different ways to sign up for the Zoho. Either you can fill your detail with your name, email, password, and the company name, or you can also create your account just by using the other social handles. Alright, so I have already created an account, so the process is pretty simple. So I would simply log in into my account. Alright, so now you can see here I have logged in into my account, and let me just briefly describe the dashboard of our Zoho Invoice. So first of all, you will see the home page, and we have the customers, and we have the items, and we have the codes, we have the invoices, expenses, time taking, and the reports. And with the customer, you can simply add up your customer. Alright, so we would simply create a new customer here. So let's just fill the details of our first customer. Alright, so now you can see here we have the primary contact, company name, and the customer display name, and the currency. So I would choose the USD. And you can also see the customer's email and the phone detail as well. And if we go into the other details, you can see the tax rate, payment terms, enable portals, portal language, and if we go in the address, we can also fill the address of the customer, contact persons, custom fields, and the remarks. Okay, but I would simply just stick with this basic details, so it is actually the individual. Alright, so let's just save the details now. Okay, so our customer is actually created. So as you can see the user interface of our customer, and now you can see that we can create the new code and the new invoices. As you can see here, the edit option, and we can also attach a file, and we have the new transition in which we can have the customer payments, codes, invoices, and expenses, and the sales receipt, projects, and etc. And if I just click on to the more, we would have the other options as well. We can also delete the customer from here. So as you can see here, we can create the code or invoice from here, but you can also create the codes and invoices from here. Alright. Okay, so before creating the codes or the invoices for the customer, I have to create an item, and in the items you can actually add your goods and the services of your business. Okay, so I would simply add an item here. So I do provide a service, ACO service. So the unit would be the pieces, $50, and we can simply write a random description of our item. Select the text, we don't have any. So let's just save the new item, and it would actually create an item for our business. Alright, so now I can actually go to the invoices, and I would click on the new invoice since I want to create a new invoice. So now you can see the different fields for the new invoice here. The first one is the customer name. So I would actually go with the customer that we have created. So it would actually use the details of that customer, and we have the invoice number that is auto generated. So as we are creating our first invoice, so we have this number, and we can also have the order number of our order. So I'm going to give it a random value here. Okay, so now you can see here the invoice detail, and and when it should be due. It should be due to the end of the month, and you can even edit the dates from here. So now I have to choose the salesperson that I have in my team. So right now we don't have any salesperson on our team. Okay, so let's just skip this, and we have the subject. That would be the title of your invoice. It could be anything. So I'm actually providing the two pieces here. Alright, so I have to select an item. So we will select the item that we have created earlier, SEO service, the two pieces, and you can see the amount here. So I only want to add a single item here. We can also add the discount, shipping charges, and the adjustment to our bill. So right now I would just skip this. Okay, you can also write down the terms and the condition for the invoice, and you can see the add new option here and also the other details here. So if I just save and send this invoice will actually go to the customer's email or the customer's portal. Alright, but right now I just want to save this as a draft. Alright, so now you can see here we have created a professional looking invoice for the free. So in a similar way, we can also create the cards for our customer. So we will simply just create our new card, and it will also be the similar process just like the invoices. So as you can see, the customer details card, the reference number, the quote date, the salesperson, the project name, and etc. Okay, and we also have the pricing here, discount, shipping charges, etc, etc. So you can simply create the code just by filling this detail. So we can also create the expenses. So I'd simply click on the record expenses, and in this way we can actually create the record expenses. You can also record the mileage. You can also add the bulk expenses, and in the last we have the two options, the time tracking for the project, and we also have the reports. So in the time tracking, so you can actually create a new project, and from here you can actually track the time for that particular project. Okay, so now we will go into the reports, and you can see the different categories of the report here, from the sales to the purchases, expenses, and the payment, taxes, etc, etc. So you can actually get the detailed reports of your sales, summaries, and the purchases, expenses, and payments. Okay, so this is how we can create the reports. So now we would simply go back to the home. Alright, so we also have the quick button to create all of the things that we have discussed here, from add users to create the invoices, cards, and the customers and the expenses. Alright, so this is how you can use the Zoho Invoice for your business, and as you can see here, so it would actually simplifies the billing process of your business. Alright, so this is all for this video. If you really find this useful, hit the like button and subscribe the channel.